So I'm about to wash and retwist my son's hair, but first I'm going to clean up his taper real quick before we wash it. And I'm going to use my clippers and start with the number 1 comb, which is 1/8 inches. Up the back with my T outliner. Okay, so now I'm going to line up my son's beard. He think he cute sitting here smiling in the camera. Ah! Really? Really? You about to be looking just like you looking. I'm not going to do nothing for you. Keep it up. Keep showing out.
It's a lot of hair you taking off.
It is not. All I'm doing is lining you up. Your big old gold earrings in the way.
So sorry. Maybe one day you get an earring like this.
Yeah, alright. Y'all, this is the first for me. I'm not used to this boy having all this facial hair. Excuse me, this young man. My bad. What you sitting here doing the most for? I'm not hurting you.
It's abuse.
This is not abuse. Let me see. All right, y'all. I think that's good. Let me go do the other side. Now, I'm going to just trim his beard just a little bit. Move! I'm not going to cut it off. I'm just going to even it out a little bit. Look, I promise. You got some straight scraggly hairs. You being a baby. Stop. You about to make me cut it.
Don't cut it.
I'm not.
That sound making my stomach hurt.
You talking, you messing it up. See? Still intact. Alright, so we finished cleaning up that taper. Now we about to wash and deep condition this hair so we can retwist these locks. You ready? So I'm going to wash my son's hair with this Alafia Authentic African Black Soap Extra Moisture Shampoo. It clarifies and is going to really get his scalp and his locks clean. So I noticed there's like gunk at the roots when I'm washing. So I'm going to sit here. You trying? Really? Come on now. I'm going to sit here and like scrub each one at the roots to just get that out. And that's just from the hair growing out. Like even when you have box braids and your hair is growing out and it's like that product buildup gets caught in the roots at the base of where like your braid is. That's what that is. So I'm just going to give it a good scrub, each one, and get that out. Okay, y'all, so I've been washing the roots, and as you can see, the gunk is still not coming out of the locks. So I'm going to try to detox the locks. I mixed some apple cider vinegar with some baking soda and some water and made a mix. And I'm going to put that on the roots and hope that it takes the gunk out. I'm going to put that on the roots and then just let it sit for about 10 minutes before I try to rinse it off. And apparently my son is acting out and doing the absolute most right now. Okay, so I let the baking soda and apple cider vinegar mix sit for like 10 minutes or so. And I'm about to rinse it out and see if that worked. This is my first time doing a wash and retwist for locks. I didn't even know what to expect, but I didn't expect to see that gunk at the roots when I was washing my son's hair. Oh.
Imagine it's even more now.
No, it's actually not. Most of it is rinsing right out. Some of the locks I have to like go in there and still work it out, but I'm gonna do another shampoo and that should do the trick. But it really does look like it's washing right out of most of them. So I would say this was a success. So I'm gonna finish rinsing this out and then I'm gonna give him another shampoo to get the last of it out. So I had to do the treatment again, y'all, to try to get the rest of the gunk out. I got it out best I can. I'm about to give him a deep conditioning treatment. And if I see anything else in there, I'm going to try to use a fine tooth comb to take it out. I was not expecting to have to do all of this. This is a lot. And I'm going to use this Camille Rose Black Castor Oil and Cheap Deep Conditioner in my son's hair. And I'm going to put a plastic cap and let him sit under the dryer for about 20 minutes. And I'm just going to get his roots where his hair is out because we just stripped all the moisture out with that baking soda and apple cider vinegar mixture. So he needs all the moisture he can get right now. So I washed out the conditioner. We got out most of the gunk. If I see any locks with some gunk left, like this one right here in the back, I'm just going to use the towel to wipe it out. But I'm going to moisturize my son's hair with this Alafia Authentic African Unrefined Shea Butter Scalp Care Conditioner. And that is a leave-in conditioner. And I don't know why this bottle won't open. So I'm just going to open up the bottle and put some in my hand and just rub that in his scalp. So some of my son's locks just need a retwist, but some of them need a repair and need some more hair added to it, like this one. And I'm using the same hair that I used to lock his hair from Jump. This is the Janet Collection Afro Kinky Bulk hair. And we were using two colors, 1B and M430 mix. And this particular lock had the M430 mix. So I'm going to take some of that here to repair it. And to do his retwist, I'm using the Cream of Nature Pure Honey Moisture Whip Twisting Cream. And I'm using this Shine and Jam Conditioning Extra Hold Gel. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the twisting cream on his roots. And the lock here is still some on the bottom, but I need to add some to the top. So I'm going to start at the roots as if I'm giving him fresh locks. And I'm just going to add that here from the roots and then twist it all the way down to match the rest of the hair. So we can blend it together. And I'm just going to start with a piece just to wrap because it needs some thickness at the top. So now that lock is thick enough to rewrap the whole thing. So I'm going to take another piece of that hair and I'm going to start from the top again. So I'm just going to fold the hair over and make sure you watch the lock tutorial to see how I started his locks so you can really understand how I'm doing the retwist. And I ran out of hair, so I'm just going to get another piece of hair. And I'm going to start where I ran out. And I'm going to fold that in half and just continue to twist the hair around, or wrap the hair around rather. And now I'm getting to the part where there's still hair on the ends and I have to meet it. So I'm going to continue to wrap this part until I meet the area where there's still hair at the ends. And I'm going to wrap that hair completely. And I'm going to kind of push the hair that's still on the ends up some to meet that. And I'm just going to take a strand of that hair really thin so that I can lock this area and it won't come apart. And now I'm going to palm roll that lock. And palm rolling, you pretty much just rubbing the lock in between your palms. Do it a little slower so that you guys can see. And now I'm going to speed it up. And I'm palm rolling all the way down to the ends. And I'm just going to trim any little strays. And this is the hair that was on the lock, so it's kind of slipping a little bit. I'm just going to push that up. And let me see. If you look at it, I see there's a piece that I can take apart. I'm going to clip that, because if not, it's going to be problematic later. And I'm going to take that bottom piece, fold it up, and wrap it up towards the top of the lock. Just so that it leaves nothing for it to be able to come out. Nothing to make it easy for it to come out. And now I'm just going to palm roll that to lock it back. And this first lock is repaired. And now I have to go through my son's whole head to see what needs to be repaired or what just needs to be retwisted. So that's what I'm going to do. The next lock just requires a retwist and not a repair. So I'm going to take that twisting cream and just put some in the roots to add some more moisture. And I'm going to make sure the part is straight. Let me clean up the part. And now I'm going to take some of that Shine Jam and just put a little in the roots, because apparently I don't want all that gunk coming back, and too much product causes the gunk. So I'm just going to put that in the roots, and I'm going to twist the roots, and I'm twisting this lock to the right. And I'm just twisting the roots so you can see where I twisted the roots. And I'm just going to put a hair clamp there to hold it in place, and I'm going to clamp it to the other lock just so it's be out the way and clamped in place. And that's what I'm going to do for the locks that needs to be just retwisted and not repaired. We're almost halfway done with the retwisting, and you can see all the ones that I retwist that had the clamps on it, and then anything that don't have a clamp is because I had to add hair. And usually the ones that's like this that needs for me to repair it is the ones that I need to add hair to. So I've pretty much been adding the hair as if I'm like starting a new lock, and adding the hair from the top. I've been trying to make it thin so that the ones that I don't have to add hair to and just retwist, that they blend in with the ones that I'm adding the hair to repair. So that's what I've been doing. We're about halfway through the head, and I've been moving through pretty quickly, but I still have a fair amount left to do. So I wrapped the top, and then the bottom part, I pushed it up. So it's this piece in the middle that needs to be repaired. So I'm going to add another piece of hair on that spot. And the straight part of the hair, I'm going to place right there and fold over and kind of wrap the piece that's coming apart with it. And now I'm going to wrap the hair around it to just repair that middle section of the lock. And it'll be like new when I'm done. And it's like I stretch the hair and spread it to make it wider so that it covers more area, but it also wraps thin and not too thick, and just really flatten down that section that needs to be repaired. And you can see as I go along, that section is just closing up. And I'm running out of here, so I'm going to have to add another piece to finish it. So I'm just going to keep on wrapping that piece until I get to the end. And I have this last little section right here to cover to finish repairing this lock. Okay, so I'm adding a piece of here, just like last time, fold it in, and I'm just going to continue to wrap to fix that last little section. I'm just pulling up the bottom to meet that top section, and I'm just going to add a little cream, and I'm going to palm roll it, and everything will be blended together. And I'm especially going to get that section where I had to repair, just to make sure everything merges together good, and get the ends. And this is a little piece of straight here on the ends. I'm just going to take the scissors and snip that. And this lock is repaired like new. And this is what we've gotten done so far. Turn your head, Papa. And we just have the top left. I finally made it to the last lock, y'all. And this one requires a little repair. So I'm wrapping it up lightly so that it blends in with the ones that didn't require repair. I'm just glad to be at the finish line, y'all. This took way longer than expected, almost like we just started from scratch all over again. I didn't expect it to take this long, but it did. But I'm almost done. And the hair keeps getting caught on the clamps, which is driving me nuts right now. I'm almost to the middle where it really needs repair. Right there in the middle. So I'm just wrapping it tight, and I'm going to have to get another piece of hair, and I also need to switch the color. So I'm just going to finish wrapping that, and I'm going to mix the colors for the bottom because that's how it is right now. So I want to keep up, keep that same energy. So I'm mixing the lighter color, what was it, M4 and 30? Yes, M4 and 30 with the black. And I'm going to continue right there in the middle. Fold it over. And then wrap it so we can cover that spot that needs repair. I'm going to go up first to meet the end where I finish, and then bring it back down. I'm almost done. Now, that section is fine. We're going to bring the hair back up. And I'm going to close it here. To lock it. And I'm going to pull that up some. And now I need to repair the end because it needs some more hair. And we're going to use the lighter color here to do that. And I kind of don't want to use a new strand. I'm going to use the strands that I have set aside from the hair that comes out while I'm wrapping, because that's kinkier. That's what I need right now, nothing too straight. And I'm just going to kind of fold the end over a little bit. And then I'm going to take that piece of hair and add it in with the end. And I'm going to start wrapping it from the end to kind of just make the end thicker, just a little thicker. And now I'm wrapping it back up. And I'm going to bring that up and just keep wrapping it back up. And to end it, I'm going to wrap it back down. Now I'm going to put some of this twisting cream in my hand. We're going to palm roll all the way to the end. And get the end really good. And I need to get this middle section a little bit more, put a little more cream, and I'm using that twisting cream, and I'm just going to get that section right there some more. And I'm going to go all the way back down to the end again. That lock is done. I'm just going to trim any little stray hairs that's sticking out. And we are finished the retwist, and my son wants a protective style, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that. The plan was to actually have him sit under the dryer so the locks that are twisted could dry, but a lot of them are dry completely already, and the fact that I'm about to twist them together into a protective style, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to start taking the clamps out of the locks on the top since I'm about to start. He's tired. That's exactly how I feel right now. We're going to start from the front. And it's like I'm giving him some lock French braids. This is my first time doing this, y'all. So I'm about to just grab them and twist them in there. And wait, this... See, this just got retwisted, so I'm going to have to twist that and then pull it in tight. So I got to the bottom, and what I'm going to do is just pull the locks together and make a little ponytail because they're kind of short to finish doing the braid. So I'm going to make a little ponytail with the locks, and then I'm going to go in and tuck in any locks that couldn't fit in the braid while I was braiding it. Just tuck it in and make it look neater.
Dope.
Yeah, it's dope?
Dope.
Yeah, look at that, y'all. He had turn.
Dope.
So yeah, that's what he wanted. So I'm about to do another one on the other side for him real quick. And before I do the other one, I'm just going to trim any stray hairs that's hanging out. Finish giving him his little protective style. I'm going to brush these edges a little bit. And I'm going to give him a little bit of Jamaican black castor oil. And I'm just going to rub a little on the edges and get some in the part down the middle. And we'll oil his whole scalp later, but he got somewhere to be. Can't believe I'm even saying this, y'all. And we are done. Look how handsome you look. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I need to go eat and stretch my legs and stretch out my back because I'm done for it. See y'all next time.